In 9 days' time, the Ekiti gubernatorial election we hold. And of course, all eyes are on Ekiti and of course, Nigeria to see how we are going to go with that election. To preview situation of things as we approach that election, we made effort to get in touch with all political parties that are at stake in that election. We spoke with APC, we got assurances of attendance, we spoke with Labour. They said they couldn't make it. But as it were, we have in the studio now the representative of People's Democratic Party in person of Mr. Lanre Ogunsuyi, who is a member of Ayo Fayose Campaign Organization Publicity Committee. Sir, you're welcome on the program.
Good morning.
It's nice having you.
It's nice being here too. It's a good experience and I'm having fun.
Yeah. The APC rep is not here. Neither do we have Labour member representing the party here, but we just have to go ahead because this election is very critical and important, not just to Ekiti alone, but to the Federal Republic of Nigeria and of course to democracy in this country. So the program is going to go on despite the absence of representatives of APC and Labour Party. Mr. Lanre Ogunsuyi, let me ask you straight away, how will you describe the situation of things in Ekiti as we speak today?
The situation of things in Ekiti as we speak today is bidimensional. First of all, I want to express my disappointment because we had hoped that this was going to be an election of issues. We thought it was going to be purely issue-based because we have to move forward in Nigeria. We have to, shun the mundane and the trivialities and, look at the issues that as it concerns the people themselves. We also want to express our gratitude and appreciation to our teaming supporters who have stood with the party, with our candidates, all through this, difficult period of campaign. The situation in Ekiti State is not different from the situation in every political struggle situation. There's a lot of undercurrents going on, but you see the campaigns are going on the streets. We are disappointed at some of the actions some of the political parties are taking. But we are on ground, we are campaigning, and we are hoping, our slogan is in God we trust.
But there are reports of violence in Ekiti State.
Yes.
A few days ago, somebody was reported gunned down on the street of Ekiti. Very
sad.
And it was alleged that the violence was perpetrated by members of a political party against members of APC.
No, not. They didn't say, this time they didn't say members of PDP. They said the police.
Okay.
The police are not members of any political party. But let me just quickly chronologize. On 18th November 2010, Chief Awolumate, the chairman of PDP in Osun Ward, Maba local government, was gunned down in broad daylight by people. They wanted to protest against the forcible taking over of the local governments by the state government. Mm-hmm. And then they went to the council and the man was beaten to death. He was not even shot. That's the sad aspect. Okay, I'll go ahead. Michael Ipelaye and Fajuyi Fakwade were killed on March 3, 2011. They both come from Ekiti East local government. Teslim Abiola was killed on September 26, 2012 during a student protest. He's a student of Ekiti State University. Mrs. Juliana Adewumi and Ayo Jeje were shot on March 30, 2013 at Erigian. Somebody is standing trial for that. Folusho Ogundare was shot on November 3, 2013 at Emure local government, Emure town. He was shot dead. Some people were arrested. They are standing trial for it. And then on June 8, to cap it, sadly, Taiwo was shot dead. I wasn't there, so I don't want to make wide allegations like some people are doing.
Okay.
Was shot dead during an impromptu political activity led by the governor of the state. And you saw all the things that happened on that day. The vice president of this country was in town. It doesn't matter whether it is Architect Sambo is there, but the fact is that is the Vice President of Nigeria. All these debts are directly linked to Ekiti State government. In fact, the chairman. Are
you making the allegation, or this allegation?
It is not an allegation. It is not. The chairman of APC is standing trial in a court in Ado for the murder of Mrs. Juliana Adewumi and Ayojeje. So, I mean, he's been accused, he's been arraigned.
But in this whole thing, what is the role of the police?
Fine.
Is the police above board? There have been allegations that the police is siding your party. They allege that the AC Mupo.
Everybody has been alleged by this government. When we were in shortfall of electoral officers, we tried to bring in the teachers, and the governor said the teachers are siding with the PDP. We tried to bring in the civil servants, and he said they were siding with the PDP. So if it comes out, the latest one is that the police are siding with us. In fact, what we are saying is that police are not doing a thorough job, because so many people are walking the streets who shouldn't be on the streets. If the murder has been consistent, and it has always happened during protests against government. So it is natural that, for example, Ayojeje was to lead a group of decampees into the PDP. And then that happened. If somebody was going to decamp into PDP, we wouldn't shoot him. We don't shoot people in PDP.
If this is the situation,
yes,
what should we expect on the 21st of this month when the election holds?
Good. All this has been going on, is sad. But what we are trying to do in PDP is this. We want to gently, strongly, firmly take the APC to the polls. They are trying to avoid the polls. You had 4 years to impress the people of Ekiti State, who are highly sophisticated. And like I told you, when we started this campaign, we wanted to make it issue-based. We wanted to say, look, what happened that you couldn't pay pensioners for 18 months? We wanted to say, why are you doing double-digit taxation on workers in the state? We wanted to say, why are you waging a war of attrition on the teachers in the state? We wanted to say, why are you fighting the health workers in the state? We don't want, and up to now, we've been managing to avoid, you will know that the vehicle of my candidate, Dr. Ayofashi, has been shot at. You will know that his office has been shot at. It's in broad daylight. If they can, on the day he got the flag and returned to Ekiti State, the principal of the school on which the helicopter landed was about to be sacked. So who is intolerant? The helicopter came down, and the principal had to ask, if the helicopter was coming down, was I supposed to stand under the helicopter and hang it up? I couldn't do that. It came unannounced, it spent 2 minutes, and it left. We wanted to ask, why did you demote principals to classroom teachers? We wanted to ask, why is the educational situation in Ekiti so bad now that Ekiti is now ranked 34th in this country? Even the states that have emergency rule are ahead of us in Ekiti State. And we wanted to say, why did you increase the school fees arbitrarily? What does the state government stand to gain by doubling school fees in that state? We want to ask these questions so that we will know where to start, because we know that victory is imminent. We wanted to say, we can learn from the foibles of even the most foolish people. But we have a situation, even as I'm talking to you, I know a lot of people will say, when you talk like this, please, 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 because the answer to every protest, every dissent in that state has been violence. So we are not people that, when you know you are coasting home to win, you don't need violence. That's why we are just saying, come to the polls. If you want the police commissioner changed, fine. We are not in charge of changing police commissioners. Just come gently, firmly.
So are you saying we are going to have one man, one vote?
With the present arrangement put in place by INEC, there will only be one man, one vote, and we are going to win that election by a landslide.
That's what you believe?
It is.
But the APC will come here and say that they are going to win the election landslide because the governor had performed wonderfully well in the last 4 years. There had been opportunity.
While your crew was at the stadium on June 7, you saw the king of crowd. It is crowd that wins politics. It is crowd that wins election. It is not rhetorics. It is not ideologues. It is crowd. You know, the man that lost, see, I'm sorry to say this, and I'm going to say it. I think there is a ploy by some people to govern that state without elections. The last time we voted in that state was about 8 years ago. And two friends who are in the same party now have shared the office into two. You know, so the first guy came, spent about 3.5 years, and then his friend came and took over from there.
Who are you alleging?
I'm talking about Engineer Segun Oni.
Who was the governor of PDP?
Who came from AC.
And has defected to APC. Don't you see that as a devastating blow to your party's fortune?
He was never meant to be a governor. He came third in the primaries.
But he won the general election.
The court said he didn't win. His pictures, everything was removed from government. He was never a governor of Ekiti State by statute, because the court said he didn't win, unless you are going to upturn that judgment. The court said this man did not win. In fact, people like that should rot in jail, because the court said he stole election. Look, the man that
was your political party's candidate in that election.
No, it was. You know, you are too familiar with the events.
Yeah.
At that time, the democratic culture is still teetering, and we had a man at the helm of affairs, with all due respect, who was a bulldozer. He wanted that man at all costs. The man came third in the primaries. That means the party rejected him.
So are you indicting your own political party that you don't have internal democracy in your own political party? Is that an indictment
we have more internal democracy now than 8 years ago. Everybody grows, parties grow, they become more experienced. President Jonathan has one credential that he holds aloft. He is a Democrat. He has allowed all the elections to go. You know, in Ondo State, Labour Party won. He allowed the Labour Party to have it. And you will know that for these actions, a letter was written to him to ridicule him, that he is promoting opposition. Just because this man believes that if you won the elections squarely and fairly, give it to him. That was not the practice 10, 12 years ago. People were forced and foisted. In fact, the governor of Ondo State today, Raman Mimiko, had to leave PDP because despite the fact that he won the primaries, he was disallowed from contesting. And
are you saying this because your candidate in this forthcoming election was impeached during former President Obasanjo's administration? That's why you are indicting him.
He was never impeached. I'm a member of a former.
So what happened?
What happened was that get him out of that place at all costs, and then it was Gestapo tactics. Phone calls were coming in that he was going to be killed, and he ran away. He never defended himself before any panel. And you know that the principle.
So he voluntarily abdicated the throne as well.
He did voluntarily. No, this man was under siege. Soldiers were brought in from all the. And look, this was just done under a grand scheme. Somebody wanted to contest for Senate against somebody in another state. And you had to have something to assuage the man that was supposed to win that election. And that was why Olurin came in. The situation in Ekiti at that time was not so bad as to bring in emergency rule within 72 hours. If the governor of those states where we have Boko Haram are still in office now, even despite the state of emergency, why should the governor be hunted out of his state? Because he is not doing what you want him to do.
Let's leave events of yesteryears and now face the future. What should Nigerians expect from Ekiti when this election holds in a few days' time?
What Nigerians should expect from Ekiti is this. This election is going to unmask the fake professionals. This election is going to unmask the fake Democrats. This election is going to unmask the Putian ideologues. Because you cannot have a party where we have 100% good people and then you point at the other party and say everybody in that party is a nitwit, is you know, is laughable. So what you expect is this: our man will win the elections because he has worked harder than every other person, because he has anticipated.
What gives you that confidence?
Fine, the reaction of the people. One, I have just told you about the incident of his leaving the state. He was hounded and humiliated out of office.
He's enjoying sympathy.
He is enjoying a lot of sympathy. Two, the things he initiated. Look, there was no single worker strike during the 3.5 years he was in office. No strike, not a day, not an hour. What it means is that there was a good industrial and harmonious relationship between the government. The Teachers' Day was celebrated with pomp and pageantry. He took education in Ekiti State from 34th position gradually. By the time he was hounded out of office, we were 7th in the country. Now we are back to 34th because he encouraged the teachers, he motivated the teachers to work. They worked hard, and we got results, instant results. And some fellows have taken it, you know, back. He paid the pensioners as at when due. Again, this man that is being painted black paid severance packages to AD people that he quits from office. Let me tell you that we went to an arbitration court in Akure, and 12 cases were to be heard on that day. 11 emanated from Ekiti State against Ekiti State government. That will give you an impression that we had a cantankerous government, and this is a government that refused to obey even a Supreme Court judgment. You know, they have a way. You see, when we say intellectual...
Unfortunately, the party is not here to defend all these allegations, because I want to ask that, are you sure you are not just saying all this because you are politicking? Yeah, it's not mere politics. By
age, I may not be an elder statesman. But 25 years ago, I was running for House of Assembly of a state in this country. I will only say what I want to say.
Well, you're a politician. And you must say things that's going to enhance your political fortune.
When a man comes to this level in life, it should be. I want to tell you that I've been invited to be a part of this articulated party, the APC. But I have looked at it, the deceit, the non-demo. Do you know that there was no primary in APC? Michael Opeyemi, who is in Labour Party, was in APC. He was hounded out of that party a year before the primaries were due. What we are saying is that we at least had primaries in our party. This morning I was reading and somebody was saying that all the people that Ayofayose defeated in the primaries have left the party. Ayo Arise is in the party, is heading a very important committee, finance. Adeyeye is in that party, is in the same party, and ditto for a lot of notable.
But Gbenga Aluko did not attend that meeting.
Gbenga Aluko, with all due respect, is a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Gbenga Aluko, after losing that election, went on air in Ekiti for 1 hour with Biodun Aluko and lambasted our candidate, called him all kinds of names. I've had him being called a murderer, a drug baron. They christened him a lot of things, and this man just continues to take it. It's amazing how much mud you can throw at a man, how much tension you can try to generate within that man by mudslinging. People have even gone to court. If you will win election by going to court, I mean,
so that means you are closing Gbenga Aluko's chapter.
No.
It doesn't matter in this equation.
No. Our man has a big heart. But the thing is that he is a carpetbagger. He's not the son of a professor. He's not the son of an Oba. So he treats everybody equally. That would naturally anger some people who feel that they are higher than...
He's the son of a
pastor. He's the son of a pastor. And you know that next to teaching is pastor.
Yeah.
You know, when you are the son of a pastor, you want to relate to everybody. So our man there, he has a large heart. A lot of people fight him, they go away. They come back to him. Biodun Aluko is back. And he said, no problem, let's work together. We expect that Gbenga Aluko will come back because what he is doing with PDP, if he does it in APC, he will be dead.
Thank you very much. It's nice having you. Viewers, that has been Honorable Lanre Ogunsuyi, representing Ayo Fayose campaign organization and speaking about development in Ekiti. Like I said at the beginning of this segment, we extended invitation to representatives of All Progressive Congress and of course Labour Party to come on this program and discuss development in Ekiti. For reasons unknown to us, but they know they are not here. And of course, because of the importance of that election to Ekiti State and of course to Nigeria as a nation, we had to go on even without them. And that has been Honorable Lanre Ogunsuyi. Thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you very much. We'll celebrate together on 22nd.
I pray so.
I know so.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.